Ed Sowell here again. I'm going to show you the best way to establish a particular set of judges to judge a particular class. It's called custom judging teams. So let's open the app and open the concourse. And the concourse, once again, in this set of videos is this San Diego Club Concourse 2018. And reviewing, we've got 21 entries, and by coincidence, 21 judges. And we build that concourse and then view it. And we see, if we look at the scheduling by class formatting, we see that it's come up with Dick Savicki and Charlie Halams and Mike Zavos. And what we would like to do is to have two E-type experts and one person that maybe is not all that familiar but wants to learn about E-type. So I'm going to define that dream team, if you will, as Charlie Halams and Mike Zavos and Mark Mayuga. So let me show you how to do that extremely easy way, and then I'll show you a difficult and wrong way of doing it. So let's back out of this display, and then over here and edit, and under concourse judging or custom judging teams, there are currently none defined. No teams have been defined at this point, so change and remove or grayed out. And this is the add command. And select the class that you want to change and select the dream team. So Charlie and Mark and Zavos, and add that team, and this confirms that it's been done. And finish out of this thing, and then build the concourse there, and then view it, judging by scheduled by class, and there's our team: CO5E1, Zavos, Mayuga, and Charlie. Okay, now I want to show you the wrong way of doing it. And for that, I'm going to exit out of the app so I can bring up another version of this concourse that I'll show you in a minute. So I'm going to click no here, so we don't need to save the results that we've just done. So launch it again, and now I'm going to open another version of the San Diego concourse, and this one I've called the name of the concourse, but I've appended the word fails. In other words, I've set you up for failure here. And the way I've done that, this is a technicality here, but the way that I've fixed it so it wouldn't build a proper schedule is that I have done something that, well, it's a technique that can be made to work to get a custom judging team. It's the most awkward way in the world, and it's highly prone to errors. And it works like this, should you choose to try to use that method against my advice. If I want a dream team for this class, I can do it by deselecting the class for every single judge except those three that I want to judge it. So Dave Allen has been deselected as a judge for that class, and Rick has been deselected, and Savicki has been deselected, and so on. All of these have been deselected. Well, not quite all. Mike Zavos is deselected, so he can't do it. But Bill Woolley is allowed to do it. And Al Steele is allowed to do it. Now you're gonna have to take my word for it, but if I went through all of these judges one at a time, you'd see that only Al Steele and Bill Woolley have this checked here. So with that set up, there is no possible schedule for this concourse because there are only 2 judges available to judge in that class. So if I try to build that, I get this error report that there's only 2 judging candidates and there must be 3 or more. And it tells you to either change judging preferences, that is, go there and put a click mark beside Zavos, or create a custom judging team. So get rid of that, and it's telling you it's abandoning the build. And now let's go over here and do a change, and let's say, okay, Mike, we're going to let you judge this class after all. Save that and finish it, and now build it. And now it builds. And if we look at the schedule, we see that sure enough, Mike and Woolley and Steele are the team. So you certainly can build a custom judging team that way. If I wanted Mayuga and Halams and Zavos, I can make them the only 3 that were allowed to judge it. But it's certainly an awkward way. And if you forget or overlook, simply don't realize that there's some class lurking in there that you haven't allowed the proper number of judges, it's going to fail. So that's why I highly recommend that you use the judging preference panel only to express the wishes of some judge who's just absolutely adamant he doesn't want to judge in some class. So let me bring this last of the series of videos in this subject to an end.